Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Take 5. I'm your host, Carla Salinas, and if you've ever been inside a church or a museum, you've seen the colorful glass windows, but have you ever wondered how it's made? Take 5's photojournalist Rick Velasquez visits McAllen Stained Glass, where they offer classes and so much more. Check it out.
My name is Yoli Cantu.
My name is Gloria Reyes.
I'm the owner of the studio,
And I'm one of 2 shop assistants here at McAllen Stained
Glass. Stained glass is the art of cutting glass and soldering and putting together to form a window.
Art glass is it's kind of an old world craft. It's been around for a really long time, and there's not many places that still teach this kind of trade. So we believe in sharing here. We love to share skills and knowledge. And so what we do is we kind of allow people to either get their toes wet and kind of see what it's like to work in a self-sustaining glass studio, or we are also here as a resource for other glass artists too.
We'll start with a clear blank. We teach you how to cut the glass, how to grind if it needs grinding. We help you with color selection and design, and give suggestions along the way. And once it's finished, you'll leave it here and we'll fire it in the kilns.
We're basically allowing our customers to do the creative part, and then once it goes in the kiln, we close it. That glass is in there heating up to a point where it fuses together.
We designed our workshops to be 2-hour workshops. I wanted something that someone could come and make in a 2-hour workshop and then leave it here. We would fuse it, do all the firing work, and then they come back and pick it up later. I have to say my favorite part is teaching and sharing the love for glass. Most of my students that come in will say, oh, I'm not creative, I can't do this, and 100% they're all pleased with their project, impressed with their own work.
I have never had a grumpy customer. Everyone that comes in is really happy and enthusiastic about their craft and their work. So I love when people come in and we can speak the same language.
Originally I was a teacher, so I love sharing and educating people, and I love sharing this beautiful art and teaching them how to make something not only beautiful but also functional.
I feel like stained glass panels that we see like in churches do have a storytelling element to them, and it is a creative endeavor, so it's good to preserve it.
When you are looking for a workshop, you select the project you want to do, invite your friends, schedule a date with us, and we'll take care of the rest.
I got my hands dirty at Clay Valley Studio. Let's take a look. Hey guys, well, today we're at Clay Valley Studio, and I'm here with one of the owners, Andy, and today we're gonna be making some pottery. So I'm so excited, Andy. Let's get started. What do I do first?
So we have the clay already prepped for you.
Okay.
So you're just gonna grab a ball of clay and just kind of ball it up, kind of just compress it together.
This is already so fun. I've always wanted to do this. I've never been, oh, wait. It's supposed to be a sphere?
Yeah, it's supposed to be just kind of like, it's already kind of prepped up, so just kind of like compress it a little bit more before you put it on.
Okay.
And once it's ready, once it's balled up, you just kind of like drop it down, kind of as centered as you can.
I have no hand-eye coordination.
Oh, you got it, we
There?
got it. Yeah, and then just kind of pat it down a couple more times just to make sure it's on there. Okay, so now that it's on there, we're gonna want our hands to be like kind of wet the entire time,
Okay.
just so that way it'll kind of just glide over the clay and not get stuck onto it. When you first started, it's kind of like intimidating, I guess, because you don't know how much pressure to use, how much force, and how to handle it. Both of our hands are gonna be holding the clay differently. With your left hand, kind of just push sideways, right? Okay, now with your right hand, you're going to use this part of your palm right under your thumb, and that's going to be right at the center.
So while I try to figure this out, tell me a little bit about how you guys got started.
We opened the space just to kind of have a space to teach ceramics, to host workshops, and to like display our art. It is kind of hard to continue working on ceramics after you graduate. Like there's no really like communal pottery studios to kind of continue working on your craft. Most of the pieces we have are like functional pieces used for like to drink or eat out of, like dinnerware. We have some planters, jars, and we also have like tortilla warmers.
I'm doing it.
You did it, yeah.
You're like, It only took like 10 tries.
I can see it maybe like holding your pencils, maybe, you know? A toothbrush.
Right. Well, you know what? An attempt was made.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, I had a lot of fun doing this with you. And I think, you know, maybe I'll get better. I'll keep coming to classes, you know.
Yeah, it takes a few tries.
Where can they find you?
You can find us on Instagram or Facebook. We are Clay Valley Studio or clayvalleystudio.com. We post our workshops. We update our website store with our new pieces. And if you want to just contact us for custom commissions.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I'm going to try again, but we'll wait and see if I did good. All right, let's do it. Let's keep going.
Nurses make a difference every day, and the Rio Grande Valley Nurses Honor Guard pays tribute to fellow nurses for their service. And joining us today to talk about it is Esther Treto, Ginny Fuentes, and Liz Cantu. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
So tell me about the Honor Guard.
Well, the Honor Guard, the RGV Honor Guard, started in 2019, and we became very active starting in 2020.
And what do you guys do?
Well, when a nurse passes away, we go perform the ceremony at the funeral home or at memorials for them, to just pay them tribute and honor for the work that they did as a nurse and for their sacrifice.
And you guys were telling me that it started in 2019, and you all are nurses, and the people in your organization are also nurses. Why do you guys feel it's so important to honor these nurses at that time?
The many sacrifices, the time that they have placed in caring for patients, endless hours that all of these nurses, including the two that I'm standing next to, when the time comes, we want to honor them. And part of the ceremony is to release them of their nursing duties.
And Jeannie, tell us a little bit about, how the ceremonies work. I know you said that you guys set up a tribute for them.
So the ceremonies, of course, are free of charge to anyone that is a nurse. They can be a retired nurse, active nurse, just that they have passed away. So we set up with a family that we pick when the time is going to be at the memorial or the funeral, and we gather our volunteers and we come and we give tribute. Some of the items we use are the white rose. The white rose symbolizes the honor and sacrifice that they've given as a nurse. We have the nurse tribute is a beautiful poem about what it means to be a nurse. We ring a bell, call their name, and we have a lit nightingale lamp that we carry in with us. And after we call their name, we do just extinguish the lamp, we release them of their duties, and these are items that we give to the family afterwards.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's very touching.
So you guys said that this service is free, but you do accept donations. If there's somebody watching right now that would love to donate to your organization, how would they go about that?
We are
Nonprofit
organization. They can contact us at any of the numbers. I don't know if you're going to post them later. Any of us, and we do have also a Facebook site that they can contact us on there via Messenger.
All right, thank you guys so much for what you're doing. It's so important to honor nurses for all that they do for all of us. We appreciate you being here, and we thank you so much for empowering the RGV.
Thank you so much for having us.
Coming up, we continue our Heart of the Valley series focusing on breast cancer awareness. A doctor is here to answer all our questions next.
Following segment is supported by South Texas Health System.
This October, our Heart of the Valley series focuses on breast cancer awareness, and joining us today is Dr. Martha Cano with South Texas Health Systems to talk to us about what you need to know. Dr. Cano, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the statistics when it comes to breast cancer here in the Valley?
Sure. The statistics in the United States are that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. What's a little more daunting for our demographic in the Valley is that breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer death in Hispanic women. Nationwide, for all demographics, the leading cause of cancer is lung cancer, but in Hispanic women, it's breast cancer.
I think, when we, hear about these statistics, it sounds really, really scary, but, there are things that women out there can do to kind of reduce that risk factor.
Yes, the number one thing that we can do is get mammograms, and that's starting at age 40. Depending on the entity the guidelines that we're following, some say 1 year, some say 2 years. I tend to go with every year. So every year, women between the ages of 40 and 75 should get a mammogram.
Now, Dr. Cano, are there signs and symptoms when it comes to breast cancer that we should look out for?
Yes. Most notably, if you notice a mass. Even if you had a normal mammogram within the last year and you detect a mass, it should still be investigated. Changes to the skin of the breast discharge, asymmetry in the breast, any change at all should be discussed with your doctor. You should be examined and it should be worked up.
And for those that are, affected by breast cancer and diagnosed, what are some treatment options available to them?
Well, there's traditional treatment options which include surgical resection, chemotherapy, radiation. My typical patient with breast cancer usually has a surgeon on board and an oncologist on board, and that team, along with myself, it best guides the patient through their disease and getting them better, hopefully.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Cano.
Thank you for having me.
Now, South Texas Health Systems is offering mammograms for $55 to the first 5 callers who call right now and leave a voicemail and say they saw the segment on Take 5. The number is 956-388-2190. And don't forget to watch more important interviews on Channel 5 News and Noticias RGB Channel 5.2 Cable 1240 on Wednesday as we continue our Heart of the Valley Breast Cancer Awareness series. This Lower Valley district continues to innovate their students' education. We visit Brownsville ISD when Take 5 returns.
The following segment is supported by Brownsville ISD.
Hey everyone, I know personally I love fine arts and the performing arts, and here to talk to us today is Brownsville ISD's Finance Director, Michael Garcia. Thank you for having us here today.
You're welcome. Here in BISD, we're very fortunate to be able to provide a multitude of different, activities for the students to be able to partake in. We're really fortunate to provide many different opportunities in music, from choir to band. We start them really young in the elementary level, and we have elementary music at all of our different campuses. The students are able to participate in the visual arts as well, in painting, drawing, sculpture. We also have dance, where they're doing modern dance, hip hop, ballroom as well. And then we also have students that are participating on stage and behind the scenes, lighting and sound and acting on stage. So we have different productions that happen through the year. So there's a great variety here in Brownsville ISD that we're able to provide to the students here.
Now, we talked to the superintendent about a couple months ago, and he was talking about the new mariachi program. Can you let us know a little bit about that?
Of course, it's part of our culture, and it's a really popular style of music in the area, and we're very fortunate to be able to provide a new opportunity for our students. But we've just started this past year to increase the opportunity and then grow our mariachi programs at our comprehensive high schools. We started at 4 last year, and the plan is to get the other 2 going this year. And so after this school year, we'll have 6 mariachi programs at our comprehensive high schools here in the district.
That's amazing. Now, what other types of extracurricular activities can students expect for this year?
Well, right now, going 100 miles an hour is all our marching bands. They started back in July with summer band and are moving forward, getting ready for their pigskin competition, which is actually just here coming up on October 14th.
And now for students who want to participate in these activities, where can they go?
Oh, I mean, if they're not a student of BISD, they can come and enroll in any school in the campus. They can go to any of our campuses and ask to enroll. And I can guarantee you that any campus that they showed up at, there's a fine arts activity for them. We not only teach the arts, we teach through the arts. Students are able to learn a multitude of different life lessons through the arts. Dedication and discipline, being able to work as a team and work towards a common goal. There's just so many different opportunities that are provided to the students, and life lessons and learning opportunities that they get beyond the notes on the page and beyond the color on the paper.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Garcia, for your time. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
BISD is an open enrollment school district. For more information, you can visit their website at bisd.us. For Take 5, I'm Trista Castillo.
Hey guys, we're back with another Made in the 956 Extra, and I'm here with Trey Serna. So Trey, what do you have for us this week?
All right, well, Carla, I have a question for you first. So do you believe in ghosts?
That's a good question. I feel like yes. I'm such a scaredy cat, and there's so much in this world. I can't believe that there's not ghosts.
I would have to agree with you. And it's always fun to talk about ghosts and whatnot and the paranormal, especially around this time of year. And if you love ghosts and history, then you're in for a treat. Lisa and her husband Darren are the founders and owners of Lulu Paranormal Investigations, LLC. Now, simply put, they give ghost tours around Harlingen and a haunted history of the city. Now, Lisa tells me that they often go on vacations and do ghost tours of other cities, and that's how they get to enjoy and learn about new cities. Lisa says that's why when she moved here and realized that Harlingen didn't have a ghost tour, she decided to create one.
Oh my gosh, Trey, that sounds like so much
Right?
fun. And you're right, especially around this time of year.
It's just like a good thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So where can people go to for more information and to book their tour?
Yes, they're a lot of fun. So the tours run until the end of October, and they'll take a break for the holidays, and then they resume the tours in March of next year. You can go to lulupi.com for more information.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week, Trey.
Thank you for having me.
Who's this week's cutie for Pet of the Week? We'll tell you all about them in just 2 minutes. It's that time of the week. Let's see who our reporter Trista Castillo has for this week's Pet of the Week.
Carla, it's that favorite time of the week where we get to introduce our Pet of the Week. Today we have Braxton. He is a lab mix. He is so adorable. He's only 2 months old. He's gonna get a little big, so he needs a family with a yard, with a fence, and also he probably wants to go on long walks as well. He's so adorable. He has this really beautiful golden coat, and if you want to adopt him, he's available at the RGV Humane Society. If you need that number, it will be on your screen. But this is Braxton. Hope you guys love this Pet of the Week as much as I do. For Pet of the Week, I'm Trista Castillo.
Here's a look at what's happening across the RGV. Quinta Mazatlan is hosting an outdoor screening of Deep in the Heart, the first documentary about Texas wildlife, on October 12th, starting at 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased on quintamazatlan.com. Latin Jazz Festival, the only Latin Jazz Festival in Texas, is happening October 14th at the Southern Pacific Linear Park from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. For tickets or for more information, visit brosoperformingarts.org. And McAllen Parks is hosting McAllen Halloween Festival on October 14th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Westside Multipurpose Field. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for spending your weekend with us. Next Saturday, there's a solar eclipse happening, and Channel 5 Chief Meteorologist joins us to tell us what we can expect. We'll see you next Saturday at 10:30.